Michelle here. I am going to today review this stuff, or I guess not really review it. I'm just going to give my opinion of it basically. It's called Just Egg, but it actually has no egg in it, so kind of interesting. It's made with plants. So a little background, about a year and a half ago cut out a whole bunch of stuff dietary, and it's not for any digestion issues or anything. It's actually for migraines. So I read a bunch of stuff. I've had migraines basically my whole, since I was 16, but they got really bad and I was having some vertigo and some crazy stuff, which I never want to experience again. So I started reading all sorts of stuff, and one of the things was eggs, dairy, gluten. So basically for about a year and a half, I've pretty much cut all of those things out. I miss eggs though, because I used to have those for breakfast all the time. So I've been working out a lot lately, and I really don't like any other breakfast stuff that I can make, and it's not as fast, and so it's kind of been this whole thing. So anyways, I saw this stuff and I figured I would give it a go. So basically a little bit about it is it does have soy in it. So I know there's a lot of people out there who kind of try to not eat soy or limit it. I don't think I eat a ton of it, but it has soy. I don't really care. But basically it just says you keep it refrigerated, obviously. You're supposed to consume within 7 days of opening. But you shake before you use it, you scramble it like an egg, and you cook it thoroughly. So I think I can do that. I smelled it. I did open it earlier. I didn't cook it yet though, but it doesn't really smell like anything. I mean, I don't know. I did have COVID in November, and sometimes my smell is still off and I have to get right in there, but it doesn't, it kind of has a smell, but it doesn't smell good or bad. It just kind of neutral on that. It is 70 calories a serving, 5 grams of fat, no saturated fat, and 5 grams of protein. So pretty good. So we'll try that and make this all the time with just regular eggs, but I'll do greens, typically tomatoes, and then scramble a couple eggs in there. And so I'm gonna do the whole same thing. I'm just gonna do it with this Just Egg stuff instead and see how it goes. I really like kale in the scrambles because it so spinach, basically, as you know if you've ever cooked spinach, you can start out with a whole container like this and you get this much. So I typically use kale because I feel like it gets you a little more bang for your buck. Today when I was at the store, they didn't have any organic kale, so I did not buy it because I read that it is on the no bad dirty dozen list for this year. So, and spinach. So I opted for an organic, it's just a baby spring mix, but it's greens, it'll go in there, it cooks, it's fine. All I'm gonna do is cook the spinach. I'll start it here, but then I'm gonna kind of speed it up a bit. I did want to do kind of a little intro to me, because this is likely going to be one of the first posts on our little blog. So one of my friends, Erica, she had this idea to start a blog, and we were all talking about it last week over some beverages, and decided that it would be super fun to do together. I've kind of attempted to start one several times with cakes. I do cake decorating. So I have a ton of videos and I have all sorts of other stuff, but it kind of is one of those things where I start it and life gets in the way, or it takes longer than I think it's gonna take, which is typically why I don't follow through with it. So you will see some of that on here as well, because I already have a ton of videos and footage and whatnot. But yeah, so we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, we should do this. So we're gonna mostly, I think, focus on, we're all kind of, middle-aged, which is why we came up with middle-aged moms vlog, basically. So, ma'am, like lamb, silent B. But yeah, so we will do videos, we'll do kind of just recipes, cooking, what we like to do. We all like to work out, we like to camp, we like to drink, we like to be healthy, except for when we're drinking. But yeah, so we're gonna have some fun stuff. I'm super excited. We all have kids and we all only have daughters, so that's kind of another, we'll be getting into kind of like the tween girl issues, tween girl parenting things, because that's fun. And so yeah, so that's kind of a little background, but anyway, so what I'm gonna do, because I am gonna fast forward this a little bit, is I am going to cook this up, saute it. I'm gonna season it, I'm gonna put some tomatoes in, I'm gonna stir it all up, and then I think I'll probably just take that out and scramble this separate so I can try it separate, and then I'll put it in my scramble. So that's what I'm gonna do. I cooked it up. It did not take very long, so I would say, I don't know, maybe even faster than regular egg. It did cook down a little bit, like I felt like it shrank a little bit, I don't know. And then it did get kind of a weird, it has, I feel like kind of a different consistency than egg when you're cooking it. So, sorry, this hair, it keeps going behind my ear and really bothering me. So yeah, so I don't know, but I'm just gonna leave it in here. Since it is just me, I'm gonna eat right out of here. Someone's probably gonna be like, ew, gross. Okay, but we're going for authentic here, so this is my first reaction. So we'll see. It smells like not really that much. I don't know how to describe it. So it's fine. I mean, I did start making this like a tofu scrambled eggs when I first cut out, well actually I started making those, so I went vegan for a little while, a couple years back. And so I started making these like tofu scramble things with just actual blocks of tofu, and you crumble it up, cook it, this and that. This is better than that, I will say. And I did eat that stuff for a long time just because I needed like something. So it's, I mean, it's not bad. I did realize that I didn't like season it or anything. So, I'd probably add a little, I mean, it does have like a flavor though. It doesn't taste like egg. That's fine. I mean, consistency is a little bit different than egg. It's a little, I guess, chewier, gummier. It's kind of the same as when I was cooking it. I kind of knew it was going to have that consistency, and I don't really know how to explain it. Obviously, I'm not a very good food critic or something, but it's good. I mean, I'll eat it. So some of it is like, if I could eat regular eggs, would I eat this? I mean, it's not bad. So probably, I mean, if it was there and that's what I had, I probably still would. It looks like eggs. It definitely looks like eggs more than the tofu stuff. It smells good. It smells like it probably would if it was egg. So let's see. I mean, I think it's good. So will I buy it again?